Hi people, thank you so much for stopping by. If you're coming across my channel for the very first time, thank you so much. Please consider subscribing. To my returning subscribers, thank you so much for your support and I hope we are all doing fine. Just when I thought we have buried the issue, I came across this video.
Dads with daughters, would you rather have your daughter be in the woods like little daughter in the woods with a bear or a man? Maybe asking it this way will allow men some extra perspective of what women are saying because stitch this and not show me that you're emotional about having to make that decision. That if her life depended on it and you had to choose one, the bear or the man, which would you choose? And I think your answer can absolutely make other men who just are so oblivious to what women are saying now understand.
Well, I'm so happy that men have been given this question. Who would they choose for their daughter to be stuck with between a bear and a random man? This issue has been going viral for some weeks now. For those who don't know the issue, there is a man who was going around the street asking women who would they choose between a bear and a man to be stuck with. A lot of women chose the bear and this triggered a lot of men. After seeing the reaction from men, I think this is the reason why this woman came up with this question. For a lot of men stitched her video, so I'll just let the reaction play. Then at the end of it, I will leave my own comment. Please don't go away.
Dads with daughters, would you rather have your daughter be in the woods like little daughter in the woods with a bear or a man? Maybe asking it this way will allow men some extra perspective of what women are saying because stitch this and not show me that you're emotional about having to make that decision. That if her life depended on it and you had to choose one, the bear or the man, which would you choose? And I think your answer can absolutely make other men who just are so oblivious to what women are saying now understand. Dads with daughters, would you rather have your daughter be in the woods like...
I'm so tired of this analogy. It's so played out, it doesn't even make sense. But to answer your question, rather them encounter a man than a bear in the woods. There's zero possibility, if my daughters encountered a bear in the woods, that it would do anything to help them. There is a possibility that if they encountered a man, that he would be a friendly man, and that he could help them if they were lost, or injured, or whatever. I understand the point that y'all are trying to make. The problem is that you don't see the good in the world. The world is full of good people, and if you can't find one, be one.
Daughter be in the woods like little daughter in the woods with a bear or a man?
Anyone with an ounce of common sense would choose the bear over the man 100% of the time. We have general ideas of what to do to prevent a bear from attacking you. And if someone came out of the woods, obviously attacked by a bear, you wouldn't ask, did you provoke the bear? Did you lead the bear on? Were you wearing something provocative? Maybe you're making it up for attention. No. You'd know they got attacked by a fucking bear. If a bear attacks you in the woods, you're not going to have a judge say, oh, but what about the bear's bright future as a swimmer? And then give them the easiest sentence possible. We're not going to elect a bear president. And we won't have bears continue to work with the bear's victims and be successful and make a shit ton of money over the course of their career. Once the bear attacks someone, they're done. Once the man attacks someone, there's a pretty good chance they're staying afloat. And that's...
Dads with daughters, would you rather have your daughter be in the woods like little daughter in the woods with a...
Hey, it's Finn. My daughter's grown now, but I think it's still a reasonable question to ask. The answer is the bear. It's always the bear. It will always be the bear. And it doesn't matter who the man is. The nature of the man, the relationship with the man, the kind of man he is irrelevant. 1 in 21 million versus 1 in 4. It's not even close. Always the bear. Always. I don't have to say it loudly. I think it means more when I don't.
Dads with daughters, would you rather have your daughter be in the woods like little daughter in the woods with a...
I'm a brother, not a father, so there's that, but I have a little sister, okay? Let me put it like this to you. Would I rather have my little sister in an area with predominantly white people, or would I have my sister in an area where there's leopards, chimpanzees, lions going around? If I were to say I'd rather my sister, be in a vicinity with those dangerous animals than these white people just because there's a possibility that they could be extremely racist or a part of the KKK, If I said that, you would look at me like I am insane, which would be fair. Okay, I can be skeptical. I can be scared to have my sister or to be around in a place where it's predominantly white, but that does not mean that I should inherently think, oh, I want to be around these animals that will annihilate me or my sister. Okay, you have the potential to be someone who is a threat to my life, but you are not inherently a threat to my life. You just have the potential to be a threat to my life. Those types of animals are a threat to my life inherently. That is the problem. Basically, what I'm saying is your message does not match what you're saying. You're saying this while your message is saying this. We agree with the message. Men are a threat to women. That we 100% agree. What you're saying, we do not agree with because it does not make sense and it does not back up what your message is saying. It's unreasonable. I cannot sit here and be like, oh, I would rather be in a vicinity of deadly animals over white people because they could potentially be racist or part of the KKK group. It doesn't make sense.
Your daughter be in the woods like little daughter in the woods with a bear or a man.
Okay, so let's go ahead and look at your choices here. So either I take my chances with a man, hoping that, they're either okay and have a moral compass like majority of the population, or they just happen to be those one-off psychopaths. Or I can put my daughter out there to be some bear's dinner. That's essentially the choices you're leaving me with, right? Because that's all there is. A little girl in the woods is not scaring any of the bears. A brown bear, a black bear, a grizzly bear, any bear, it's not being scared unless it's a little tiny baby bear. It's not going to be scared by a girl. Even a baby bear isn't going to be scared by a little girl like that. So yeah, if I have a choice on where I'm going to have my daughter at, I would rather a man find her than a bear. Because she is dead 10 times out of 10 with a bear. At least with a man, even if you say 50% and it's 5 times out of 10, 5 times out of 10 is much better odds than she's going to die every single time. And then in the most gruesome way possible, where she's being ripped to shreds limb from limb and I'm powerless to do anything about it, I don't know how you can sit there and think in your head that that's okay for your kids. I don't know how you can even sleep like that, bro. I don't even know how you can sleep like that. You're telling me you would let your kids go out there in the woods and just have to fend off against a bear? Really? That's what we're telling ourselves right now? Listen, man, if you want to internalize that lie upon yourself, keep it upon yourself. But don't come for me and mine, bro. That's all I gotta say.
Would you rather have your daughter be in the woods like little daughter in the woods with a bear or a man?
Hey, Amanda, my mom got mauled by a bear. Here's a book she wrote about it. Here's a better look. So even though the question's not really in good faith, probably, I have some experience with this question. Would I rather my mom be in the woods with a guy, or a creature that would hunt her, jump up, grab her by the face, chomp down, cause her to have to take her thumb, jab it into its eyes to get enough mouth space to call to the dogs, an Irish Wolfhound and a Mastiff, to come over and tackle it off, and then crawl through a rattlesnake-infested bramble thicket to her car, where she drove 3 miles down a dirt road with her face hanging off, at one point looking into the rearview mirror and saying, oh, that's weird, my white hat stayed on, turned out to be her skull, making it to the fire station, getting helivac to the college, and then, going through 17 hours of painful surgery to get back to something resembling a human? The answer may surprise you. If you're still on the fence about it and have a strong stomach, Google image search of Lena Hansen bear. But I'm a guy, so I decided to take it a step further and ask my mom. Because taking away the bear, she's been through things you wouldn't even possibly begin to imagine. And her answer was, well, the word asinine was thrown around a lot. So if you're asked this question and you take more than a second to come up with the same species as your answer, then honestly, I'm grateful that you've lived such a privileged life that your answer is the bear.